us again for another special edition of the Closed Fist here at the Francis J. Donovan Post Buffalo Championship Wrestling Hollow Weekend here, and I'm here with Killer Instinct, Mike Skyros, and Jacoby Riddick, better known as Killer Instinct. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
What do you mean by known?
Well, you guys are relatively young in the business. What got you into the business? We'll start over here with Mr. Riddick.
You know, I had a weird fascination with just wrestling in and of itself, and I always loved some of the most technical wrestlers, and I fell in love with like that side of just pure wrestling, you know. And then as I got deeper and deeper in the business, I started finding a better appreciation for, you know, some of the older guys like Lou Thesz, Carl Gosch,
right,
and including Killer Kowalski.
Oh wow, Killer Kowalski, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. How about you?
I'm going to be very specific. I watched a match. I was on vacation in Niagara Falls, Canada, and they had one of those pay-per-view order specials on the TV in the room that they run over and over again. And they kept showing highlights of this match between Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker, the ladder match.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I saw Undertaker. I was like, man, that looks like a lot of people I know. And I saw Jeff Hardy. I was like, man, he's doing all these cool moves. He's got like the crazy hair, the crazy getup. Like he looks like a rock star. I'm like, this could be something I could get into. And then, you know, me and him go way back. Actually, we've been good friends for a long time, and we watched wrestling. A big group of us, and as our friends fell off, we stayed interested in wrestling. Eventually, we found our school, the Institute of Professional Wrestling, with our trainers Zachary Springate III and Isis Effects, and they opened us up to that world of wrestling that he talked about: the Theszes, the Gotch, the Billy Robinsons, the Killer Kowalski, and we fell in love with wrestling, man.
So when you guys were growing up, who was the guy that when you saw on TV, it's like, whoa, that's the guy that's him?
For me, it was Jeff Hardy. I mean, a lot of people my age group will relate to that, but that was the dude for me. Like, that dude was just, there's something about him, like you had to see what he was going to do next.
Yes. How about you?
For me, weirdly enough, it was Brock Lesnar, because when I first saw like wrestling, that's what I saw. I saw Brock Lesnar. I'm like, man, this dude's an animal. Really,
Yes.
just amazing athlete. And I started watching it from then on.
Wow. Now, social media has just like exploded over the last 5-10 years. Facebook, started out with MySpace years ago, Facebook, and then now Twitter. How much of a game changer is that in the pro wrestling business now?
I just think it opens up an avenue so fans have like better access to some of their favorite wrestlers. They can see what they're up to, and, you know, just keep tabs on them, so you can just always follow their career from the beginning. You know, just wrestling in front of 10 people to wrestling in front of like hundreds of thousands of people. So I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of that a little bit, I think it has a lot of positives. You can use it to promote yourself, to expose tons of people to your wrestling, to your craft, what you're all about. On the negative, I do think it kills a lot of the mystique. Like when you think back in the day, like I remember, I forget what interview it was, but the guy was telling stories about how like one time he saw Dusty Rhodes standing out, like watching somebody's match, and you never saw Dusty. What's he doing? He's scouting his opponent, and like you go now, you see all the wrestlers all the time, which is cool because you have access to them, but when you see something over and over again, you get used to it, and sometimes it's good to not see the same thing all the time, not see the same person all the time.
Right. Now, tell us about your first match. How nervous were you? Take us through all that kind of stuff.
My first match. Well, I was, despite what I was saying in the locker room to all the people there, because I debuted at my first wrestling match ever was 2CW, and my trainer helped put me in there because someone got hurt, so they just threw me in there, and it was a 4-on-4, I believe, flag on a pole match, and I was part of Ben Hameen's crew. It was Ben Hameen, Dewey, and I was facing Studley, Guerrero Loco, my trainer, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So you can imagine, this is my first wrestling match, and I'm like sitting there just panicking in the locker room, like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. Oh, there's the Hall of Famer, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, I don't even know what to say to him. So I'm just like sitting there, just like, yeah. That's all I kept doing for like the first like 10 minutes when I was in the locker room, just staring at everyone, just going, yeah. So they'd always ask me, "You nervous?" Like, no. But deep down, I was pretty nervous.
Did he hit you with the board?
No, surprisingly not. He did punch me in the face. I was kind of excited that he punched me in the face.
All right, very nice.
His story's way cooler than mine. He's like, oh yeah, this Hall of Famer first match, no biggie. But my first match, it was a triple threat between myself, Guerrero Loco, aka Loca Vita, and him. And it's funny. I'm sure if you, when you whoever asked me then, like, are you nervous? I didn't even make up anything about it. I was like, yeah, man, totally.
I'm totally calm, really.
But it was cool. Like the match went well. Nobody died. Nothing got messed up too bad. It was a good experience. Like it was cool to finally It's so much different when you're in front of a crowd. Like to feel the crowd and I'm sure it was an average match, but I haven't watched it back in a long time. But it was cool, man. It was a great experience.
Well, I want to thank you both for joining me. It was a lot of fun.
No problem.